Okay guys, this is a little video on how I sand. As you can see, the wheels are just mounted in a temporary chassis. Of course, it's a Chrysler 300 chassis. And this is just a block of 4" by 1/2" aluminum, about 5 inches long or so. This is, I think, about 400 grit, and this is about 1,000 grit sandpaper. So I just take the car and just do little circles like this, and it takes a long time. You're probably not going to want to watch me do this. Let's see if you can see some of the progress. You can see it starts to knock the edges down a little bit, but it's just in a little circular motion like this. The wheels will turn, and you just keep doing this. And right now I will cut to like a time lapse of me doing this. Okay, so I didn't really want to bore you to tears with all that sanding, but you can see right now I've got the wheels, so you pretty much knocked the shininess completely off the flat surface. This one still has a little bit of shininess on it, and they do have a little bit, but what we're really going to be looking at is that inside edge. This right in here, that's what you're really looking at. So you want to make that nice and clean. And then I get to flip the sanding block over and repeat the process with 1,000 grit. So more sanding. Just so you know, these took about probably 10 to 15 minutes to get them looking like this. It's not too bad. You probably don't have to do it that much, but I kind of like to get them really nice and smooth. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm not going to bore you with that, but I will show you the wheels after I do the 1,000, and then I will show you the next step. Okay, I just spent probably about 5 minutes with the 1,000 grit, and you can see the wheels are looking pretty nice. They're coming around pretty good, but my concern right now is there's still a rounded edge right here on the inside. It's really hard to see. You can't really zoom in on it, but there's still a rounded edge right there, like right here. So I'm going to show you how I make like a nice sharp edge on the inside. And it might take a little fiddling to get the camera set up that way, but I will see what I can do. Okay, you can see I've popped the axles out. I have a Dremel with a sanding drum on it, the 1/2" sanding drum. I will try to show you how I do this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the drum kind of right in against the axle with it running, and the drum kind of angled out, and that'll make the wheel spin, but it'll also be knocking that edge off of the inside of the wheel. So if this will focus, we'll be in good shape. Let's see if we can do this. And what you end up with, let's see if we can get that in focus, is you kind of get a little lip there. If you can see that on the inside edge, and I will just take an X-Acto and scrape that off. Okay, so right now if you look at the two tires, the one on the left, I haven't done the inside edge, and the one on the right, I did do the inside edge. It's really hard to keep the camera in focus with it this small, but if you are able to see it, basically I hit that with the drum sander about 3 times, just very lightly, and then I take an X-Acto and I scrape the buildup of the plastic off, and you're left with a pretty nice edge. So now it's just a matter of repeating that another 3 times for the other 3 tires, or the other 3 wheels. Yeah, I hope you can see that. And so, like I said, I've sanded with 400 and 1000, and then I hit that inside edge with the drum sander, like angled out. And it doesn't really sand it off as much as it just kind of melts it and then kind of rolls it out to the outside, and then you scrape that off. But what you're left with is a pretty nice edge on the inside. So I'll do that 3 more times, and then we're on to the next step. Okay, I hope the focus is okay on this, but this is a set of wheels with a nice inside edge. They've been sanded and the edge cleaned up. And the last thing that I might do on these, I like to just hit them with a little bit of polish, just to make them look nice. You can see they're kind of flat right now, but I haven't determined whether that actually knocks the edge back down or not, but it does make the wheels look a lot nicer, so I will do that. And as far as the wheels, they'll be about done. Okay, so just for aesthetics, really, I just take a little bit of Turtle Wax rubbing compound and just kind of running around the wheel a little bit. And I have a kind of really old beat up polishing wheel, which was probably originally about twice that size. And I just turned the Dremel on pretty low and holding it at an angle to the wheel. Just give them a little polish. It just cleans up the surface, gives them a little bit of shine, and makes them look nice. So again, I will do that to the other 3 tires, and that's about it. And the product that I'm using is just this. It's Turtle Wax rubbing compound. You'll see this later when I do the axles. I do like this. It works pretty nice. Between the rubbing compound and the polishing compound, you get a pretty nice finish. But for just a quick cleanup, the rubbing compound works pretty well. So, okay, that's about it for the actual sanding process of the wheels. I'll do another video for the polishing on the axles, which will be a lot shorter. So, all right, thanks for watching.